It's a pleasure to be here again. This is my third year as an ambassador. And as Martha said, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 14 years. Before that, I spent 20 years in a very comfortable environment of Honeywell, and then decided that that was too comfortable, so I needed something else, and kind of fell into the water out of the sky because I spent 20 years doing avionics, and until I did anything with ocean, I didn't really know anything about it. So the point of the story is sometimes things come to you, and you don't really plan to be there, but you intuitively know that this is what you want to do, that this is where you're going to be, and this is where you can make the most impact. So as I started to do entrepreneurship, I learned a lot of things along the way that you can't find in the textbooks. I have an MBA in international management, and there was nothing in that MBA program that prepared me for what I experienced over the last 14 years. So it is important that you network and you find those that kind of been there, done that, so that maybe they can help you not avoid mistakes, but at least know what you're going to get into, potentially. You may or may not get there, but it happens. So when we were selecting the winners for these awards, one person whose resume and experience really struck a chord with me was Ashley, whom I'm going to introduce in a moment. And the reason is of what her invention was, or what her business really was. I will show you a little clip from a movie called Slumdog Millionaire. And Ashley's technology and the company that she started developed a human waste to solid fuel conversion technology. So if you can imagine what the world has in terms of human waste, we're already converting animal waste, and we do that quite efficiently. But now imagine human waste. The only thing we do in the United States is we treat it, right? So we take the energy source, we put more energy into it, and then we use some more energy to keep converting, cleaning it, and eventually we dump it back. And then we use more energy. And so we're consuming energy, but we're not generating energy. And what Ashley saw was kind of the opposite side of that equation, say, but I already have an energy source. Why can I not use it? We do that for animal waste. Why not human waste? And that is something that not too many people really thought about it. We were at dinner last night, and I think Marianne asked her a question, well, are there competitors in the field? She said, no. Can you imagine that? The world and every person on the planet generates the waste, and there is nobody who is actually doing anything about it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because I really want to give the floor to Ashley to tell you all about amazing stuff she's doing. But I would like to show the movie and briefly read her bio. And so if you can put the clip, this is a clip from a movie. Now think about, this is, if those that didn't see the movie, a little kid that lives in the village, there is a movie star who is arriving to town, and he really wants to go get the autograph from the movie star, but his brother locked him up in a canteen. And so he actually jumps in a pit to go get this, can you start the movie? Okay, to get the autograph. Now this exists in real world. This is not imaginary, this is not Hollywood. This really is the right, or the things that happen in India. So if you have India, you have Africa, you have other countries on the planet that have so much waste, and we can all put it to use. So why not take this whole waste and convert it into fuel? Not put energy into whatever we consume, but actually make a use out of it in the right way. So Ashley is a waste-to-energy entrepreneur focused on using business to solve human waste management challenges in developing cities. She's the founder and CEO of Waste Enterprises Holding and Pivot Ltd in Kenya, a startup company that converts human waste to solid fuel for industry. Ashley's academic background includes PhD from UC Berkeley in Energy and Resource Group and MS from University's Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. Her business background involves over childhood when she spent working and helping manage her parents' small business. Ashley is driven in her work by passion for protecting the environment and for tackling global challenges. So Ashley, it's a great pleasure to present you the award. I think you are certainly tackling one of the biggest challenges on the planet, and I really applaud you for doing that. Here you go.
Thank you.
And you certainly represent what the whole C3 is about. I think I'm supposed to.
Yeah. So as Alla said, a lot of us stumble into careers that we don't necessarily plan on, and I'm pretty sure that if you asked me when I was a little kid what I wanted to do when I grew up, dealing with other people's poop probably wouldn't have been my reply. But by the age of 19, it was my reply. At 19, I took a year off from college and went to Ghana in West Africa and was teaching high school science. And it was while living there that I had my first exposure to the environmental and public health crisis that results from inadequate sanitation. And it was then that I decided that, my life's work would be trying to tackle this problem. So fast forward, 10, 11 years, years that entailed getting a few degrees, including a PhD that was looking at designing city-scale treatment systems for reuse. Several more experiences living and working and traveling in developing countries, a long and growing list of broken down wastewater treatment plants that I had seen with my own eyes, and a personal transformation from being an outright environmentalist hippie to being an environmentalist hippie who can talk like a business person and I think kind of walk like one. So it was over those years and through those experiences that I arrived at my theory of why. Why that less than 10% of the human waste generated on the planet every day is dumped into the environment without any treatment at all. And in my opinion, it all comes down to economics. Here in the US, cities are spending over $10 million a year to treat human waste. That's an expense that's just totally unrealistic in a lot of developing cities. So tackling the environmental crisis and public health crisis of poor sanitation means fundamentally transforming the economic model that governs the sector. And that's how the idea for my business model, Waste Enterprisers, or Pivot as we operate as in Kenya, emerged. So what we've done is taken what I consider the completely antiquated concept of treating human waste as a disposal problem and building treatment plants to instead building factories. So what do factories do? They take in raw material and they produce valuable products. So we take in human waste and we produce a reliable, high value, high quality, renewable fuel. So what this means is that we've taken sanitation from being a cost center to a profitable venture because we sell this fuel to industry and use the revenue to cover our treatment costs. So in essence, we've rendered sanitation a byproduct of being a renewable energy manufacturer. So to wrap up, I just want to acknowledge the women that I've had in my life who've been incredibly influential and to whom I give a lot of credit to who I am today and for instilling in me the confidence to dream big and go for it. So of course, my mom and her mom have been incredible role models and champions of my dreams throughout my life. And I've also been really lucky to work with two incredible women as my advisors in grad school. I just have the utmost respect for and who shared a mutual respect for my work. So as a woman, I really, really value the importance of having women leaders and champions and mentors and mentees in our lives. And that resonates with me. And so I really thank the organizers and sponsors of the CS3 platform, and thank you for choosing to include me in it. It's been such an inspiring couple of days engaging with all of you, and I look forward to continuing to engage with you and with those who come after us. So thank you very much.